You're listening to 97.2 Cam FM. The following production of Piece by Piece is being broadcast as part of the ADC Online season. Please be aware that this production contains references to sex, suicide and death, and will run for 36 minutes. We hope you enjoy the show.
Well, Dad, I can't believe it's finally here. Your retirement.
I know, son. It's finally time to hang myself.
What? No, the phrase is hang up my hat, Dad.
Oh, right, yes. I meant that. Of course.
Well, you've had a long and varied career. Tell me about it, Dad.
You sure, son? You might be aroused by some of it.
Ugh, Dad.
What? Aroused means excited. Okay, fine. You might be titillated by some of it.
Start the story.
Okay. I think the best place to start is before I was born. In a past life.
Whoa.
Oh my God, don't stop.
Gerald, is that you? Stop what?
Oh God, the shiny.
My eyes are up here, so you can stop checking out my anklet like that. I didn't know you magpies liked shiny things that much. Gerald, what are you doing with that mirror back there?
I'm not Gerald.
Aren't you?
He's a pigeon.
Oh, sorry, Peter. Well, you birds all look alike to me anyway.
My name's Maggie. God, you badgers really are blind. Welcome to Magpie Bank. How can I help you today?
I'm here to pick up a watch I deposited last week. Some tabbies moved in across the road, so I needed to keep it safe.
From what?
From the tabbies. They're not called cat burglars for nothing. Now, where's my watch?
What make is it?
It's a Rolex, so you'd better not have lost it, you silly goose. Do you know how many times that garbage-eating raccoon Terence has gone sniffing around for it?
Is it valuable?
Well, of course it is. My mother snuck it out of the great badger cull of 2013. It even had little decorative human feet on it.
That's dumb.
Oh, and I suppose Terence the raccoon is so clever, is he?
I hear he's knowledgeable and sagely.
Well, I'll have you know, I came top in my set for maths.
I don't get it.
A set. It's where badgers live, and I'm a badger. Never mind. Look, Terence is just an old gossip. He said I look fat.
Well, those stripes aren't doing you any favours, but there's no need to get your whiskers in a twist over one raccoon. Raccoons are just ugly possums. Possums are just trashy badgers, and badgers, well, no offence, you badgers are just short, fat zebras.
Did Terence say that?
He did actually, when he came in yesterday and asked for your... When he came in yesterday.
When he asked for my what?
What?
Where is my watch?
About that.
Come on, I don't have time for this.
How would you know? You don't have a watch.
What have you done with it, you bird-brained tit?
Well, the hubby and I have been having a few problems in the, nest department.
The what?
You know, marital relations.
What?
Sex!
Ah, disgusting.
And Terence came in with a really shiny roll of tinfoil yesterday, which I thought we could use to spice things up. But there was only one thing he would swap it for, so...
What did you do with my watch?
I gave it to a wise old raccoon.
Fuck.
Wow, I didn't know you were a badger in your past life, Dad. I guess that explains why you're nocturnal, and like eating small mammals, including mice, rats and hedgehogs.
That was a secret.
And it also explains why you like to take advantage of animal carcasses and carrion that you come across.
Shut up. Let's move on to my infancy.
You won the lottery and spent it on that?
Yes, Thaddeus had a hideous chin. Nasty, crooked thing it was. He looked like a goat.
All right. Is he in pain?
No, he's crying because he's happy with his brand new chin.
And who exactly agreed to do cosmetic surgery on a 2-week-old?
Just a guy I know in Slough. He did Ben Affleck's chin.
Well, I'm going to have to be honest with you here. I'm afraid his chin looks like a bottom.
You hurt his feelings, you pig!
I'm sorry, I'm just being honest.
Darling, 30 wordsy.
Besides, it was only 2 scratch cards worth of winnings.
I still won the lottery, Julia.
Yes, all right, dear. I just think you could have spent it on something better.
Something better than Thaddeus's future.
I don't know, maybe a yacht or a 10-night cruise to the Maldives, a new Range Rover, a micro pig, Gwyneth Paltrow's breast milk, a house in the Cotswolds, Meghan Markle's used hand wipe,
Marriage counselling.
a peerage in the House of Lords, a small island in the South Pacific, a trip to the moon on Richard Branson's Virgin Space Shuttle. We could have seen the moon, Linda, but no. Now I have to stare at our sun's bottom. We could have been standing upon the moon, gazing upon the curvature of the earth, but no. Now all we have to gaze upon is the curvature of his bottom-shaped chin.
It is a cleft chin, Julian.
Goodness sake, you won all that money and you paid a backstreet scalpel-wielding half-wit from Slough. Look at what he's done to our child, Linda.
I mean, you did say it was just 2 scratch cards.
Yes, you're right. Sorry. I got rather excitable.
It's all right, Julian. Now, tell Thaddeus he looks pretty.
You look pretty. You know what? Unsatisfied with the complexion of a sun-dried tomato, you've left our son looking like the bottom of a bell pepper left out to fallow in the pantry. No amount of cosmetic surgery will change that now, Linda. Stare into the eyes of our troglodyte spawn and tell me what you see.
How did 2 such inordinately beautiful people produce Gollum? Oh, what an ugly baby!
Oh my god! That's terrible that you were treated like that as a child.
Well, I've learned to take it on the chin. But I was bullied for it, and I took it out on others and on other things. Renaissance and postmodern art, mainly.
Oh, what an ugly baby.
This is The Scream by Edvard Munch. It is not a baby by any sketch of the imagination.
It's just so childish.
Well, I'm sure you and your sausage fingers could do much better than the master Norwegian expressionist Munch. But if it paint broke, don't fix it.
Oh my god, Daryl, can you just try and not be embarrassing for once? Please.
Oh, I wonder what it feels like.
What are you doing?
Look but don't touch.
You sound like my wife.
Hey, I'm your wife.
Now, if you haven't guessed the theme of this delicious exhibition yet, this next piece in the collection should be a dead giveaway.
Is it things that are rubbish?
This is Andy Warhol's famous Campbell's soup can.
It's so iconic. I love this piece.
Yeah. Not quite Heinz though, is it?
Heinz? Is that an artist? Sounds rather cubist to me. Was he the one who did that Guernica picture?
I thought that was Picasso.
Right then, have you 2 pork pies worked out the theme yet?
Things I associate with me mum.
Shut up.
Not quite, no. Let's see if the next one is a better clue. This is Son of Man by René Magritte.
Don't get it.
See, the background levels of wall, sea, sky, and cloud give a sense of the world closing in, while simultaneously becoming stretched out beyond all reason. And the businessman in smart attire stands out starkly from said background.
Why is there a blooming apple in front of his face?
Well, see, the apple represents the fruit of knowledge. That's why the piece is called the Son man, referencing the Bible verse.
No, my dear. The piece is called The Son of Man. Frank Offman was Magritte's patron. He was really only in it for the Monet, you see.
Oh, I know this one.
Ah, of course. The famous Da Vinci.
Yeah. It's museum background.
Oh, if I put my fist in your mouth, will you stop talking?
Right. Well, for those of you who aren't quite so well acquainted, this is the famous dinner-time Da Vinci painting of the Last Supper. So, any last guesses as we draw to a close?
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
That is incredible. I mean, look at that. Oh, wow. It's just so... Wow. Those layers, the detail, it's just so complex. Look at how the colours complement each other. You can practically hear them saying, "You look nice today." Honestly, I feel so inspired right now.
We've reached the cafe. We've literally been through the entire exhibition. What's wrong with you?
No. You don't understand. That is art. I mean, just look at how the composition is built. It's giving me like impressionist vibes, but with a hint of Damien Hirst postmodernism. It's unparalleled in vision and artistic prowess, combining all the key elements for a healthy diet.
Oh, so that's why they call it a BLT.
I'm really learning a lot about you, Dad. You really had it tough as a child.
Ugh, you bet. That's why when I left uni, I decided to leave it all behind and move in with my dad. He lived in 1857 Arizona, which was convenient because I had always wanted to witness for myself the Battle of Pima Butte.
Why?
Because it was the last major battle fought solely between indigenous peoples in North America. Duh.
You're not my real dad.
Well, I'm younger than you. It's to be expected.
Sorry, came out wrong. I mean, he's not your real dad, you varnished varmint.
Well, who?
Silver-tongued Sam.
Are you two going to buy anything or not? Or are you just gonna stand here jabbing your jaws in my here saloon? Silver-tongue who?
Wait. Silver-tongued Simon Sassafras?
The same.
Sing Cowboy and Sue Goods?
The same.
Well, say it ain't so.
Who the heck is that? The only musical cow persons round these here parts are Golden Gullet Garrett, Copper-Plated Paladin Pete, and Uranium Belly Uriah. But I ain't never heard of no Silver-tongued Simon Sassafras. That's just nonsense.
Uranium Belly Uriah.
He died.
What of?
Well, what do you think? Who are you two who's run out all of my clientele?
Well, I'm Simon.
Who isn't Silver-tongued Simon Sassafras' son?
Well, hey there, gosh darn.
And my name's Fraud. Honest Fraud, the finest bridge salesman this side of the Colorado.
So this Silver Waltz he wasn't your pa, was he?
No, you ain't Silver-tongued Simon Sassafras' son. Why, you ain't even wearing his hat. Your tongue is clearly pink.
I mean, he's got you there, Mr. Fraud.
Hats ain't passed down.
Yes, they are. I got it in the well.
Fine, there's only one way to settle this. Draw.
Okay.
And what is that?
It's quite clearly a duck.
Well, sorry it ain't in color, y'all, but I don't have my crayons on me.
It's a mighty fine duck.
Why, thank you.
I didn't mean... Look, we need to duel, right?
To see who's the real son.
Silver-tongued Simon Sassafras Sing Cowboy Sioux Gulch. Yes, it trips off the tongue.
But one small problem with that there, dude.
What?
I can't use a gun.
It's the Wild West. Why the hollering heck not?
Well, I lost my index fingers in a game of cards.
Well, how about a singing duel?
What, you mean sing like Silver-tongued Simon Sassafras?
Yes, that.
Right then. Oh, I'm the real McCoy, the Silver Simon's boy. It's definitely I, because I saw him die. I shot him in the back, and with an axe did hack, and then I went to the bank, and selected the permanent life assurance policy.
You killed my pa?
My pa? No, I did not.
But you just said...
That I shot him in the back and hacked him up with an axe. Yes, whether or not he chose to die of that was entirely his own business.
Well, listen here, I might not have no pistol, or scourge, or brain, but by golly, I've got the best weapon a man has.
And what is that?
His yodel.
Oh, no, we don't want no trouble here.
What the heck are you talking about? Oh, good golly, man, stop it! Stop it! Alright, I admit it. I ain't his son. I shot him and heard from one-eyed Jeb the locksmith that he had a half-wit son I could trick. By God, bar person, have you shot him?
Yup. I never knew that he could yodel.
Your dad died in 1857 Arizona. That's so sad.
Yeah. He'd been living there since 1847, so he had quite the reputation. I could never live up to it, so I decided to move back with my mum in 1958 UK, the golden years. Speaking of gold, I actually lost a lot of money in the Wild West. Shorted gold just before the gold rush.
What, really?
I love me some gold, but I just don't trust it. So, yeah, when I moved back with my mum, I started working in the local shop. And, thank God I did. Otherwise, I wouldn't have met your mother. Again.
That'll be 513 pence, please.
513? That's extortion. All I want is a new personality at a reasonable price. Frankly, I'm desperate.
I can see that, miss.
I'm a 32-year-old Karen, Mr. Shop Assistant. 32 years old. I'm basically dead. I've all 13 of my children outside crammed into an SUV. I need a new direction. I need to feel young again.
Well, if that is too pricey for you, we do have a range of other personality transplants available.
Go on.
Well, there's the vacuous teenager package.
Idiot, can't you see I get enough of that at home? The cheek.
All right. Speaking of cheeks, your cheeks will be sore with our always smiling package, only 257 pence.
That sounds abhorrent. Why can't you give me something better?
Well, look, why don't you try this one on? It's from our lovely personality range.
Oh, what a strapping young man. What lovely clothes you're wearing. I wouldn't wear anything like that, but it's really brave of you.
Thanks.
Your skin is just glowing today, especially your huge, shiny forehead. What was that?
Oh, sorry, my mistake. That was our own brand. Oh, quite as good as the real thing, I suppose. Try this one. It's the really interesting package. You'll be the life of the party. You'll always have something profound and interesting to say.
Aye, I feel as snug as a wee bug in a rug, my dear laddie. Oh, do you remember the days in the Highlands?
Oh, whoops. Wrong hanger.
I really don't have time for this. I've got to take my 7 sons to their football match. Bring me your manager.
He's busy. I can't exactly...
I demand to speak to the manager. Manager!
Okay.
Little whelp.
Everything all right, miss?
Karen. This young man has been discriminating against me because I am a Karen. I demand a reduction for this awful service.
Well, Karen, are there any other personalities we could interest you in? Gullible traveller? Medieval salesman?
Ranting self-aggrandized pillock?
What was that?
Nothing.
So, Karen, if you'd like me to help you pick one... Wait a moment. Karen. Now where do I know that name from?
Another customer? I've come across plenty of Karens who've wanted to see you.
Your voice, it does sound familiar. If only we weren't on radio and I could see your face, Mr. Manager.
Please, call me Tom. Mr. Manager was my father.
Oh my, Tom Manager, it is you.
Yes. Karen! Sweet Karen! Come into my arms and let us sway like we did in the sweet breeze of the Andes.
I close my eyes and I can almost hear the llamas braying gently in the distance.
Karen.
Should I leave?
Shut up, shop boy. Let me enjoy this. I'm finally feeling young again, just like I did all those years ago.
When we were just so in touch with ourselves, you know?
Okay. What is happening?
Shop urchin. Let us tell of the greatest love story of all time.
Karen and I, two poor, lonely souls, wandering the earth on our gap year.
And then we met and spent 6 months of bliss together, and he fathered the first 16 of my 43 children.
But then we were brutally torn apart by this cold, hard world. But the memories are what matter.
Memories of what, exactly?
Peru, teaspoons, sitting cross-legged.
To name a few.
Wow, Dad. I didn't know you had so many jobs, so many voices, and so many names. But did you ever get enough money to pay back the gold money?
I did, son. But, unfortunately, I blew it all on a home makeover.
Doors are pointless anyway.
Sure. I mean, you're the expert.
Don't need 'em. That's what we always say in the home makeover business. And windows as well. They're a sham.
Right, so is this some kind of Japanese interior design thing? It's just that that was some incredibly expensive double glazing.
Listen, love, you should count yourself lucky. A lot of people apply for this experience. I'm going for an avant-garde, open-plan aesthetic. That's what you said you wanted.
No, that was you. You said that. I mentioned something about a lovely exposed brick finish. Not so much just exposed.
Ah, well, no time for discussing artistic differences now. There's only 30 seconds left. How about we get some natural light in?
My thatched roof! You maniac!
That's the stuff.
Those were my grandmother's crossbeams. That's it, you have really crossed a line now, young man.
Finishing touches now. Don't need this.
My rubber chicken collection.
Or this.
Oh no, Tiddles!
And definitely not this.
My grandfather!
That was a clock.
Yes, it's a grandfather clock. He lived in there.
Done. Just in time. They said it couldn't be done. They called me insane. The producers told me I'd never be able to pull off a 60-second makeover. But look at me now. When they see this footage, I'll definitely get the commission.
Wait, 60-second makeover? I thought you said you were with 60-minute makeover?
Just look what I've achieved here. This is the most open plan house I've ever seen.
Oh, yes. That is because you're standing on the pile of rubble that used to be my house. But I suppose you did do it all in 60 seconds, and that's very impressive. So, what do I owe you?
Ah, yes, well, I'm giving you a special introductory offer. No charge, but if you could just put this on your gram, get the word out to any TV executives you know, and don't tell the police.
Wait a second. Where is my grandmother?
I'm sure she's around.
Well, she was just guarding her crossbeams as always. Wait a minute. What's that van pulling up? It says 60-minute makeover on the side.
Oh, does it? Oh, well, that's my cue to leave. Well, been lovely meeting you and all, but, Hi, I'm Peter Andre, and welcome to 60-Minute Makeover. And today it looks like we've got a real challenge on our hands. Hang on, has that cowboy from 60 Second Makeover been here again?
Yes.
Well, Don't worry, the professionals are here now. We'll get this fixed in no time. Let's start with this rubble.
Leave my crossbeams alone! Grandma? No! Bad Grandma! Oh! Oh, I'm so sorry about that. You were saying?
Wow, you really aren't good with money, are you, Dad?
No. It's okay, though. I ended up landing my dream job in the film business.
Oh, cool. What type of films?
Crime dramas, mainly.
Nice. Any I would have heard of?
Just a small film called Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Huh? What, the first one?
No, idiot. The first one wasn't a crime drama. I'm talking about The Squeakquel.
Oh, right. Not really a crime drama either, but sure. You worked for Disney, then?
That's right, kid.
Here's 3 reasons why you should use coconuts instead.
For the last time, if I wanted to use your coconuts, I'd have asked.
Oh, that's what they all say.
Look, I came out of retirement for this. And what have I found? Some kind of Mickey Mouse operation.
Well, this is Disney, sir.
Right, we got 180 seconds on the clock before the big pitch for Disney's new hit movie, but everyone's still got their head up their ass guard here.
Watch your language, sir. This is the writer's room.
I know, and it's all PG and Disney, so I can't even swear on the job. Honestly, I'm just a shell of my former self. No wonder we haven't thought of a single idea to replace their live-action remake.
We could remake the remakes.
As what?
Animated films.
I think you're onto something there, kid.
It's got the elements of surprise.
Write that down. Remakes of animated films as animated films. Nobody's thought of that before, so it must be genius. Now get me a coffee. I want a coffee on my desk. I want a big flip chart with lots of stuff written on it. I want to build a snowman. I want a gosh darn job at Warner Brothers.
Oh, hi there, Roger. Simon.
Hey, Tony.
You're going in for your big pitch in a minute, right?
Theoretically.
I've got mine after yours, and I can't think of a single
idea.
I've tried everything. Aristocats meets Monsieur Guillotine, The Lion King's speech, The Nightmare Before Easter Sunday.
I suppose it was a bit of a nightmare for Jesus.
Look, it's okay for you two. I've got my neck on the line here.
Yeah, it did all go south for you after Hannah Montana the movie.
Golly Gaston, I knew Roger had a dark past, but no one told me it was that dark.
Now you listen here, son, and you listen good. Those were different days, capiche? Before I joined this team, it was a wreck. We were turning out scripts worse than DC films. I built this writer's room with my bare hands, Tony, with my bare hands.
And what magnificent hands they are, sir.
Oh, they really are.
I know they are. It was the one true thing my ex-wife ever told me. Now can we please get some fresh ideas? So far we've thought of remaking the remakes.
As animated films?
That's genius.
Wait, I've got it. Musical animation of The Passion of Christ shoehorned into the Prince of Egypt series.
Sir, we don't own that one. That's DreamWorks. Let's try a different tactic. If we were all in a Disney film, we'd all burst into song to combat our problem.
I'll leave it out, Tony.
Yeah, leave it out, Tony.
Okay. But my vision is a Disney film where all characters are represented authentically. A film that gives voice to both women and minorities. A film that makes us a shining beacon to all.
Or we could just remake The Little Mermaid.
Oh, that film's got some real bangers. Let's just do that instead.
Yeah, well, this is Disneyland, where all your dreams come true.
I worked there till my hair turned gold and my skin was wrinkly, flabby to the touch.
Doesn't hair turn silver?
Not mine. Age taunts you, kid. When your mother turned 50, she had to change her name to Deidre, as per her family's religious tradition.
Oh, what religion is that?
Christianity.
Huh. Well, that sucks.
Yeah. But my 50th was even worse.
I've had 50 terrible birthdays, and this is the worst of all.
Come on, Deirdre. I would say the one when you ended up in Brussels with Nigel Farage was far, far worse.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible, I tell you. Oh, nothing could have been worse than this. I rather would have died than this.
Deirdre, it's only a family pass to Thorpe Park.
I wanted dinner at the Ritz and a night at the Opera. Instead, I got a smack in the face and Sainsbury's own brand caviar.
Although I do not see what the problem is with that. I personally quite like Sainsbury's own brand caviar. I think it's got a certain je ne sais quoi to it.
It's not extravagant enough for me. I need a jacuzzi tub with diamonds and pearls, not this second-rate trash from these tight-fisted tramps.
Deirdre, they're your grandchildren.
I don't care if they're the spawn of the Queen of England. Those little devils need to learn some damn manners.
But look, Deirdre, it's not so bad. They made you a nice card and gave you a lovely smile.
They've made me look like the Elephant Man, who's done a run of Supersize Me before going on holiday to Grimsby with Pete Doherty. They need some proper artistic training before they try and present whatever this rubbish is to me.
Oh, for Christ's sakes, Deirdre, they're only 4 years old.
That's no excuse. When I was 4 years old, I already had practical masterpieces in my bedroom.
The only masterpieces I could imagine from you, Deirdre, would be an unkept bed. And that hardly makes you Tracy Emmons.
Oh, Barry, there is absolutely no need at all to talk to me like that. You could hardly say anything yourself after the state you left the horses' stables in the other day.
Oh well, what can I say? When amongst Romans, do as the Romans doth.
Ugh, so vulgar. Why can we not at least try and behave like the aristocracy we are on my birthday? Look at Jacqueline Kennedy, for Christ's sake. She had Marilyn Monroe sing for her beloved's fine day.
I mean, I could hardly object to that arrangement. After all, JFK was giving her the old what-ho afterwards.
JFK was giving her the what afterwards?
Well, I suppose you could call it a good old presidential seal of approval.
Oh, yes. Well, I suppose she was quite the national treasure, wasn't she?
Well, it happens more than you'd think. Just look at Bill Clinton. Anyway, do you fancy using that old pass to Old Thorpe Park this weekend or no?
God, no. I'm just thinking back to that time we went to Chessington World of Adventure for Christiana's debutante ball.
Come on, Deirdre. You can hardly blame the park owners for what happened there.
I was misled. I thought I was going to a crochet demonstration at the textile house.
Deirdre, it was a bloody crocodile demonstration at the reptile house. I don't know how he get those two things confused.
It was dreadfully signposted, terribly dark, and then just as I thought we were going to be shown how to slip-stitch, I slipped into a crocodile's pit.
It was quite horrifying. I must admit, my dearest, seeing that crocodile getting so close to you...
I can see it now in my mind. Thank God for that hero of a keeper, because I swear, one more second and it would have swallowed me whole.
Whew, thank God I'm retiring. Now, where's my birthday cake made out of small mammals, including mice, rats, and hedgehogs?
Oh, about that. I'm sorry, Dad. The usual baker refused to make it on religious grounds. But I found a different baker who made a birthday mousse made out of small animals, including mice and rats.
What about hedgehogs?
Oh, they ran out of that.
Outrageous! But never matter. Yum! For a baker, this is an amazing mousse. What was their name?
Oh, it was, Fraud. Honest Fraud. Ha! Now look who's singing, you son of silver-tongued Sam and Sassafras, the singing cowboy of Sweet Gulch. I put chipmunks in that cake.
Alvin?
That's right. His last squeak has been... squack.
No! Alvin!
And that's the story of my dad's life, pre-retirement. One piece after another. Maybe when he dies, I'll ask him whether anything changed after today. I know what I'll call it. Piece by piece. The Squeakquel.
Thank you for listening to this production of Piece by Piece. Tonight, the writer-performers were Libby Thornton, Clancy Paris Jr., Joshua Corber Hoffman, Sophie Stemmons, Emily Moss, Jonathan Powell, Alex Lindsay, Izzy Harding-Pero, Majola Akinyemi, Eleanor Palmer, Ayush Prasad, Abraham Alsawoff, Carl Lawrence, Grace Beckett, Lucy Green, Gregory Miller, Kian Morey, Anna Trauby, Millie Yule, Henry Wayhill, Charlie Foreman, Alex Harris, Andy Bucks, and Tristan Griffin. This production's creative directors were Libby Thornton and Clancy Paris Jr., edited by Ella Fitt and produced by Amber DeRoit. To find out more about the ADC Online season, please visit www.adctheatre.com/what'son. We hope you tune in again soon.